Right, we're going to save loads of time on the intro. Get some booze and get ready for who said something stupider, Leo or Eric Dubay. Yeah, this is why I said get the booze. I'll roll the intro, run and get the booze. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Bomb and welcome to the channel. I all hope you've got a big glass of something poured or a short glass of something very, very strong. Yes, we're having a stupid off. We've got Eric Dubay and Level Earth Observer, and they're both in a way talking about planes. I had to get them on the same sort of subject for it to be a fair comparison of stupidity. And we're going to start with Eric Dubay, because the sooner I can get him done with and don't have to listen to him anymore, the happier I'll be.
Another supposed proof often offered up by globe debaters involves alleged time and path issues with long-haul Southern Hemisphere flights.
Well, that's because they're a serious problem for flat earthers, and no flat earther seems to have an actual answer for it. Apart from, nuh-uh, those flights aren't real. So I'm hoping you're actually going to have something, and we know it's going to be stupid because it's a stupid off, but let's see how stupid it's going to be, shall we?
For example, the direct flight route from Sydney, Australia to Santiago, Chile takes an average of only 13 hours to reach its destination.
Yep, 13 hours, about 7,000 miles, basically following this blue wire, because that's the shortest distance on a globe. It's called the Greater Circle Route. Be prepared for the stupid in a moment.
A duration which globe earthers claim is impossible over a flat Earth. They say that since the Sydney to Santiago flights with US stopovers take twice as long to reach their destinations as the non-stop flights, that this proves the direct flights are not traversing the US and could not be completed so quickly over a flat Earth.
See, I don't think it's the time comparison between the Sydney-Santiago and then Sydney-Los Angeles and then down to Santiago flights that I think are the problem for you. I think it's more the ones that cover the same sort of distances. So one that's slightly shorter, great example, Tokyo to, say, New York. A couple of 100 miles less and it's just about an hour and a bit less. So that becomes a problem for you. But flat earthers, they're just nice. No, they're just going faster or something stupid.
As with all globe arguments, however, this hasty conclusion does not follow from their spurious reasoning.
Ooh, spurious. Someone's got a word a day calendar.
To begin with, if Earth were truly a sphere, the shortest route for all such flights would be a straight line over Antarctica.
So I'm just playing my balls. There we go. Now, this is how we know that Eric has no fucking idea what he's talking about and is just a con artist trying to take other flat earth numpties' money. Because for some strange reason, if you check the comments out for the Eric Dubay video, people believe the shit he's saying without checking because they don't have a brain and then call us sheep. Now, if you take your nice, easy, standard globe and take your wire, the same wire that we had before that reached Santiago, and put it over Antarctica like Eric wants to do, because he seems to think that's the shortest distance. That wire, instead of reaching Santiago, reaches... Oh, my sellotape's over the thing. I can't quite read it. Puerto Monte. Now, if someone can check in the maps and things for me, and we'll put the distance in the comments of how short that is. It's probably a few hundred miles, because I did some research earlier. I'll probably even put it in this clip, if I feel like it. Alright, if I remember. Okay, if I'm not too drunk to do it by the end of this.
If this flight path was actually possible, it would cut off many hours and many hundred miles.
And this is how we know that Eric Dubay has no balls. Not just because he won't leave his own channel and have someone tell him exactly why he's fucked up here and made a fucking ass of himself, but also because if he had a ball, he could figure out how fucked up his fucking thing was. And it also shows that the people in his comments agreeing with him, yeah, you have no balls or brains either. It's just fucking ridiculous. Now we're on to the section of fuck you, you made me do maths, which is never my favourite section, but hey, needs must for flat earth, I suppose. So Sydney to Santiago on the globe is about 7,000 miles. It's 15 hours, giving you an average speed of 471 miles an hour. Not a problem. Tokyo to New York, roughly the same distance, couple of hundred miles less, 6,700-ish miles, around 13 hours. So not bad at all, just over 500 miles an hour average speed. But then we get to the flat earth fuckery of this, and we're going to go over this Gleason's map, because for some reason Eric DeBay jizzes over this one because he thinks it's correct. The problem is, it isn't. And we're going to use the nice little pictures to show you how fucked up it is. Now, Sydney to Santiago on a flat earth map, well, the distances get a bit weird. Now, to calculate these distances, we've taken Santiago's distance from the North Pole, which is 8,515 miles, which gives us a circle circumference of 26,753 miles. Now, we know the flight's going to be slightly different than that because New York, Sydney is slightly higher than Santiago, but it gives us that nice sort of average to work with. Now, the angular distance between the two, according to our angle measuring device, is 225 degrees. Which we know is wrong, but unfortunately didn't want to measure the 135, but luckily we can do mass of 360 minus 225 to give us the 135. So, based on that, the distance between the 2 points should be around 10,000 miles. Now we could be generous and say it's only 9,000 because of bringing things down, but that's still a lot further than the 7,000 we had originally for the 15 hours. So, yeah, not good. The bigger problem comes, though, when we look at Tokyo to New York, and we do the same thing. The furthest south city, we take that, and then we get the circle of 11,077 miles. And it's 145 degrees for this one, making it 4,461 miles. That doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. It's almost as if planes in the Northern Hemisphere happen to be horrendously slow. Or planes in the Southern Hemisphere are stupendously fast. Or Flat Earth has no working map. The whole idea is fucking stupid and Flat Earthers are morons. I think it might be that one. Now we'll have a quick look to see the next stupid thing Eric DeBay says before we turn our attention over to Leo and then figure out who said the stupider thing.
But pilots are given the excuse that Antarctica is too cold to fly over, so not a single plane actually takes the shortest, fastest route over a spherical Earth.
Right, the minus 40 degrees is stopping them. Not that it's actually a further distance or anything like that, but hey, don't get actual measured distances get in the way of your fucking lives, mate. Whew. And as for any flat earthers watching this, do some actual fucking research first and go, oh shit, yeah, he's actually lying there, isn't he? Yes, he is. Unfortunately, I don't think Leo's been any more honest or intelligent with his video.
This is Lockheed Martin's SR-72, penciled in for its first flight in 2023, a couple of years from now, although some think it's actually in the air and flying right now.
Just a little tidy up on dates. It could be flying now. You don't actually know. It could be the top secret hidden plane. Its flights aren't actually expected till 2025. With some articles also saying maybe not until 2030, but with new aircrafts and things like that, you can never be 100% sure in case they are trying to keep them secret and just suddenly show them off. But with rising world tensions, if you've got a Mark 6 bomber, you're going to want to show it off.
Regardless, what I find fascinating about this plane are the stats attached to it. Bear with me. Okay, so we got the stats here for the SR-72. All I'm interested in is the speed. Mach 6, 7,400 k, which essentially is 4,598 miles an hour. So we've got that as a reference because I want to see how much supposed curve drop according to the globe mathematics this plane has to take into account while it's going top speed for an hour.
Yeah, he's actually doing the whole droppity thing on a plane and how much has got to angle, with just ignoring the whole point of trim and atmospheric pressure on a plane, and that planes don't fly exactly. I want to fly at 72 miles exactly the whole way. Yeah, that's not how things work like that. That would take so much uppy downiness as pressure changes around you. It'd just be ridiculous. But having your nose maybe angled down half a degree, maybe 2 degrees, we'll probably try and do some maths on this in a moment, isn't really a lot. But we'll let him dig his hole.
I put the plane at 2 points of reference here. A, start of the journey. B, 60 minutes later.
Now, credit where credit's due. He has basically put them in the right place.
And I want to see how much curve stroke drop this plane has to drop doing the speeds it's doing according to the globe math to remain level on a ball. And over the course of an hour, according to the globe maths, there's 2,108 miles of curve or drop between the 2 points of reference.
I get slightly different distance, 2,383 miles, and that's using the formula of h equals r times open brackets 1 minus cosine a close brackets, and that's accurate for any distance. So yeah, that was off earthcurvature.com. So yeah, it seems fine, but I'm not going to grumble about 200 miles.
Now if we break that down to a minute, divide 2,108 miles by 60 minutes, we get a figure of 35 miles of drop stroke curve per minute.
So for every 76 miles it's doing that way, it should be... It's a weird way to put it. Because for every in your world, every 76 miles it's going forwards, it should also be dropping by 35 miles. Now we know that it's not dropping, it's just keeping a level distance. The two aren't the same.
So whoever's going to be sat in that plane, if the Earth was a ball and they were going full speed, they'd have to drop 35 miles per minute to stay level on a ball, which is obviously ludicrous.
No, they don't have to drop. They just have to not increase in altitude. There is a difference. You saying drop sounds like the guy's got to go, I've got to angle down like this. No, he doesn't. He's just got to follow the bloody flight path, which will basically be maybe slightly angled down, set the trim on the planes, and that'll be it. More than likely on that one, as you showed before, it might not even be manned, so it'd just be a computer doing it all. I don't get how this is so difficult for you.
No frame plane could put up with those stresses. Let's just break it down to a second.
What stresses? The stresses of flying a bloody level flight path at half... It's doing twice the speed forwards as you think it should be dropping. But the flying frame can't handle the dropping, but it can handle the forwardness. Do you listen to yourself? You're a fucking moron. Jesus Christ. I think I've come to the conclusion on which one was stupider out these two videos. Christ alight. I'll let you put comments down below for that. But just to finish off for Leo the moron, he did a video the other week, which I was almost going to cover today, which is about the sun and how it covers Earth. So I've got to throw in this, because he moaned that one of the people that showed his video and things like that didn't use an actual globe. Well, you know what we've got? An actual globe. That what you wanted? An actual physical representation? Because that's what you got. Use my little LED light box, which I took the filters out from. The globe, which you can see and we've used in this video. And it was put there. And my light box was there. So, yeah. I think that's basically what you wanted. And hey, look, it everywhere looks bright, to be fair. And there is only that light on in the room. No flash, no nothing else. What does look dark, though, seems to be the far side of America. So once we get more to here-ish, that starts to get a bit darker, which, funnily enough, I think was in the original image. Yeah. Think that'll do for tonight. Now, I've been the Sarcastic Bowman. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. We'll see you all on the next one. Thank you very much. Good night.